Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. On the afternoon of day 3 of Power2Drive, the people who are still there and attentive, you are the core. So I'm really happy to have you as an audience for today. I'm really impressed walking around on this fair every year, and it just gets more and more impressive. And there's so much maturing of companies, there's so much maturing of technologies that really shows that e-mobility is picking up. There's something else. There's also so much complexity increasing. I think almost every single presentation that I just listened to, it was talking about aligning the system and aligning the stack. And that's our focus today from a different perspective. Today we're going to talk about rule-based time of use optimization. So time of use, why do we even talk about time of use? We are walking around here listening to vehicle to grid, AI-based optimization, flexibility. The catch with all of this is it's always requiring you to bring together different parties, and it takes time. Rule-based time of use optimization, or what I would like to pitch to you today, is something that can help you start benefiting from that technology while you are aligning your stack and basically fund your development. My name is Sebestyén Haty. I'm working with gridX. You will find us also among the neighboring booths. We are an energy management company working with a local gateway. That means we place our little gateway into high-power charging stations, sites, or into depots, or into workplace charging, public charging. And we are significantly large. We are operating all over Europe. We have managed, in the first quarter of this year, 55 gigawatt hours of energy. And what we offer is much more than simple rules-based time of use optimization. I'm going to talk against complexity today, but we also offer user-based charging. We also offer flexibility. So we believe in this, but we believe in also getting started fast, getting started simple, so that you can leverage what you already have in your fleet. So the previous charts were very similar. We heard CPMS companies, we heard charging, like payment provider companies, and that's basically everything up there. Your ecosystem and your stack to align starts with your backend provider, your energy management provider, especially if you have batteries or other assets on the side. You want to make sure that everything is connected, your chargers, your batteries. You might often have a fleet manager. Maybe it's an Excel spreadsheet. Maybe it's something more digital and modern already. You want all of them talking to each other in perfect sync, so that whenever your vehicle plugs in, it will get exactly the energy that it needs, right? This is the dream. This is what we all work for. But this takes a lot of time, because you don't need to just convince your existing partners. You need to bring in new partners and convince them to share data, to share APIs, to share connections, which also expose the whole system to cyber attacks. Security is key. So the point here is, aligning this stack is hard. It takes a long time. And while we all do that, going through RFIs and RFQs and RFPs and decision processes, there's often 12 to 18 months that just go by while your fleet is growing, while your charging demand is growing, and while you continue to leverage the same flat tariff. And that is opportunity cost. That is very significant opportunity cost. This is an illustrative scenario, right? But if you're a fleet manager and you have depots, you have electric commercial vehicles, you will have a large demand already on your site, and you're thinking about how we will solve this bottleneck. Complexity is real, but it doesn't have to be your prerequisite to value generation. What can you do instead, starting now? This is where rules-based comes in. Maybe this is a very techy term, so I'm going to spend a minute just explaining what rules-based means. Rules-based means that if you see in the middle, we have 3 parameters for our optimization strategy that you can tweak to your needs, site by site, and within site, maybe cluster by cluster. What are those 3? One is almost most important, is the dwell time. when a vehicle is plugged on this charger, how long do we assume this will stay plugged? This gives us the room to optimize within. Second is, how much energy does it need? We can turn some areas into a small energy need. If it's a small pizza delivery vehicle, we can turn it into large if it's a larger truck. And the third is, what is my constraint? Is it CO2 intensity? Is it day-ahead prices? Or is it something else? Is it a combination of these? If you set these parameters aligned to your fleet and to your charging requirements, you can create slices or zones in your site. You will have, and I'm now talking to a depot, yeah, it could be electric buses, it could also be electric trucks. You will always have a fast zone. You don't want to wait. You don't want the uncertainty of when will actually the optimization give you the energy that you need. You want to charge fast, full speed. There's no time of use. The second zone is, call it medium zone. Yeah? This is the DC chargers, large trucks could be a perfect candidate for this. This is time of use optimized. This will have medium length of dwell time, and it will have maybe a higher energy capacity requirement. Third is long zone. The delivery cars roll back, the sun sets, all the cars plug, and you just wait. There are 8 hours until the next delivery shift starts, and the cars are just plugged. Often they don't need all of the 8 hours, they need 4 hours to get charged, but it will happen exactly at the evening peak. So why do that? Huh? There's no heavy grid setup. You need to a little bit maybe mark on the site, this is the fast zone, this is the medium zone, this is the slow zone, and then the drivers can basically roll up to where they need to go. It's easy, yeah? And you can start this already today. The upside of this, instead of not doing any of this, continuing with the RFI and the RFP and the selection process, then bringing together your partners, doing the first handshakes, aligning your stacks, it's time. It's so precious time. So just taking the rule of thumb that we have seen in our network, you can achieve already 25% versus a flat tariff, yeah, on your energy costs. And that's a significant step. Yeah? You want to go more, and we also want to go more. We want to go to 50. We want to use actually maybe neutrality. But this is time, and that's money that you're not getting back anymore because you have started too late. So zooming out and maybe as a closure, the opportunity is there to start simple today. You can work around with your infrastructure as it fits your opportunity and your requirements best. You can start with simple rules-based strategies. You don't need a fully intelligent and integrated system. You can also do this linking to the energy market, to the real energy prices. You can link to day-ahead tariffs, you can link to intraday auctions, and you can also bring in other requirements, CO2 intensity, or any other operational needs that you have. The benefit is that it's simple. You and your organization or your partner organization can easily digest this. It's accessible because you don't need actually a lot of parties to come together, and you can get started fast, and it's effective. And when that pays, or put it differently, as it pays out, with the savings, you can already start building your more complex scenario, which also we, as gridX, believe in. So that's all that I had for today. I wanted to bring something provocative and simple for day 3. If you agree, then come and talk to us. If you want to do it with us. If you agree, but you already have someone to do it, then tell us how it goes. We are really excited to just also influence and share our knowledge. If you disagree, even more so, come and talk to us, yeah, because I'm really curious to hear how you approach this, or how you can squeeze the timelines from getting started to having an all-intelligent system up and running. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Sebestyén. And I would like to see if there's any question already from the audience. Otherwise, of course, they can find you at your booth in B5. But I think that was very clear. Thank you very much for your presentation about showing us the opportunity of savings via time of use tariffs.